The Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
Now at 6, the sale that could have raised water bills for families across the state has been denied by the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 61. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. The $2.4 billion deal involved Aquarion Water Company, which is owned by Eversource. And it would have been sold to the Regional Water Authority.
Fox 61's Alicia Hercules breaks down why that deal was denied.
The Aquarion Water Company serves 780,000 people in 73 cities and towns across the state. If this deal went through, their customers could have seen a more than 8% rate increase. The sale would have converted the Aquarion Water Company into a nonprofit to be called Aquarion Water Authority. The nonprofit would have operated alongside the Regional Water Authority, which goes through its own board, not a government regulator like PURA to get rate changes approved. In a response to PURA blocking the sale, Sarah Paduano, a spokesperson for Eversource, says, quote, "The special act approved by legislators in 2024 indicated that the state was interested in an expanded nonprofit model. However, once tested, that same special act proved difficult to overcome for PURA to move away from an investor-owned model," end quote. Rochelle Kowalski, the Regional Water Authority's chief financial officer, says, quote, "We are reviewing PURA's final decision. We believe the conversion of Aquarion to a not-for-profit public authority would have been in the best interest of customers, communities, and employees, providing local control and significant long-term benefits," end quote. The application predicted annual rate increases between 6.5% and 8.35% through 2035. Several state officials were against the sale, including Attorney General William Tong. In a statement, he says, in part, quote, "This deal would have been a costly loser for Connecticut families, and PURA was right to reject it." In that statement, Tong also says ratepayers could have expected even more rate hikes 5 years after the sale. State Republicans are advising that if Eversource wants to continue searching for a buyer for Aquarion, it should be done through an open bidding process. In Hartford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Thank you, Alicia. We are continuing to follow a developing story in Bloomfield where someone was hit and killed by a dump truck on Woodland Avenue.
Yeah, that road was closed for much of the morning, stretching from Blue Hills Avenue to Wittenberry Avenue while police investigated that crash there. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson's in Bloomfield, who tells us a little bit more about what happened.
It was a very disturbing scene here on Woodland Avenue as police investigated the deadly crash. For those who live and work on this street, they say it came as a shock as it's normally a safe area.
Not really, because it's like 35 and there's a lot of truck coming and going, so it's just a quiet. Yeah.
Wasneri Hernandez was caught off guard as she heard that someone was hit and killed on the same street she works on. The crash happened at 6:20 in the morning and caused many people to either not be able to get home or have trouble getting to work as most of Woodland Avenue was closed down.
I was coming here, I was supposed to get at 7 and I was coming through Woodland Ave, which is where we are right now, and then I saw a police officer. When I went around Hillside Ave, it was worse. So we went around and we had to be there for like a long time. Then like an hour after, we was told that it was open around here.
Bloomfield police say the vehicle that hit someone was a dump truck. They said the truck hit a man and that he suffered severe head trauma from the crash and was unresponsive when first responders got there. He later died. Police say the driver of the dump truck claims he was unaware he hit someone and he is now cooperating with the investigation.
I was in a car accident before and it was so sad for me to see that there, and the fact that we didn't even see like a person, like the person who did it, we don't even know if he was, try to be responsible.
Now, we don't know any information about how the crash happened or the identity of the man that was killed. Once we get that information, we'll update you on our website, fox61.com. In Bloomfield, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
All right, Jamel, thank you. And yeah, it was a nice sunny day with seasonable temperatures. Are there changes on the way? There usually are.
Yeah, there usually are. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with the first check of the forecast. What can we expect, Rachel?
It will be colder tonight, but that's kind of what you expect during the night, right? Temperatures right now are in the mid-30s to right around 40 degrees. But temperatures will generally be near average as we head through the coming days. And we're looking at pretty calm conditions, too, which is good news if you've got things to kind of get in order as we head closer and closer to Thanksgiving. Here's a look at some clouds that'll be heading this way overnight tonight, but we're just tracking clouds. Again, we are doing pretty well, the weather department. Right now, temperatures are in the 30s across the state, and we'll see overnight lows in the 20s to around 30 as we head towards daybreak. So 25 for Windham, 27 an overnight low temperature in Waterbury. Notice we begin the day with clouds tomorrow morning and temperatures in the 20s at the bus stop. By noon, temperatures will be up around 40 degrees, and we'll see clearing skies, so more sunshine by 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and highs in the middle to upper 40s. It will be milder for Friday, but we'll also see more clouds. We'll talk about one storm that misses and another one that could bring us some rain before Thanksgiving. Your full forecast is coming up.
Well, the New Haven School District's warning students and families after what they say was a sophisticated phishing attack targeting its email system. Hackers used at least 4 student accounts to send more than 10,000 fraudulent emails, and many of those are requesting personal and banking information. Officials say more than half the student body may have received one of these messages, and more than 1,000 were opened. Students who submitted information are now asked to contact the school immediately and alert their bankers. The district's IT team is securing those accounts, and it could require password resets to prevent further risk.
A Connecticut state trooper has been arrested for a second time, both arrests relating to a domestic disturbance in August. 37-year-old Joshua Gukin was first arrested and placed on administrative leave in August after that disturbance, but was arrested again yesterday after investigators said they learned Gukin fired a gun during that disturbance. He's been charged with reckless endangerment, risk of injury to a child, and illegal discharge of a firearm.
Well, tonight a restaurant's temporarily closed at Foxwoods Resort Casino. There was a fire there. The fire department says it happened at David Burke Prime Steakhouse just before 8:30 last night. 3 firefighters were taken to the hospital but have since been released. The casino is open tonight, but the fire is still under investigation.
Well, right now, emergency crews are working to repair a water main break in Bristol. The shutdown affects Jerome Avenue at Mines Road. Nearby areas might experience low water pressure or discolored water. Officials suggest you run cold water outside or in your bathtub until it clears. You can also use the water filling station at the water filtration plant. The station is available 24/7 for those impacted by extended outages. And the New Haven Police Department is renewing its call for information in a 2021 homicide. They're asking the community to help bring justice to the family of 25-year-old Quentin Jones. Police say Jones was shot and killed in November of 2021. The case remains unsolved, and investigators are urging anyone with information about what happened, no matter how small, to contact New Haven PD.
A new audit of the Board of Firearms Permit Examiners is giving us a snapshot into the slow process of pistol permit appeals. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson went through that audit. She asked lawmakers how they plan to get those appeals moving again.
If you've appealed a denied pistol permit recently, you may be waiting a while. A new audit revealed a major backlog that some say deny you your right to a timely hearing.
The volunteer-led Board of Firearms Permit Examiners is in the spotlight after a 14-page audit by the Office of Governmental Accountability found a whopping 1,200 pistol permit appeals backlogged as of last March.
They have a right to do it. We have a right to make sure we go through the process appropriately and the right people are getting access.
Governor Ned Lamont hinted Wednesday that this may be a staffing issue that the Commissioner of the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection may be able to tackle quickly.
If it's a staffing issue, I'll work with Ronell Higgins and make sure that we take care of that. If there's a long backlog, I'll see what the cause is.
We reached out to Higgins' office but did not receive a comment. Republican State Representative Craig Fishbein, a former vice chair of the Board of Firearms Permit Examiners, has his own bets on what's behind this recent rise.
It appears to be longer than it has been in the past.
Fishbein, who now helps clients fight appeal cases, says the division between statutory disqualifications and the question of suitability can lead to long wait lists. But he says that speed can sometimes save lives.
And that case sat there for a little while. And, we got a hearing date. And there was another domestic. And she was actually murdered. Maybe if the process had been able to close sooner, she would have been able to defend herself.
Fishbein suggests denial days and quick hearings are key to cleaning up the clutter. But Jody Morneau from Hartford told us she trusts the process and that big decisions like gun ownership take time.
It is slow for a reason, because a lot of times people apply for a gun permit and they shouldn't get one because they may even have a criminal background. And that's just the way it goes.
The audit found that hearings related to unheard appeals were scheduled up to 2 years after the audit was completed. For the full audit, we will have that on our website at fox61.com. Reporting in Hartford, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
A longtime Meriden leader is stepping down. City Councilor Michael Rode has resigned from the Meriden City Council because of serious health issues. Rode served on the council for 25 years and was also mayor for 5 years. City leaders praised his decades of service, including his work on the Meriden Green, flood control projects, and renovations to the city's 2 high schools. The council plans to fill his seat at its next meeting on December 1st.